preserved for the district.
So what were the legal expenses last year?
I'm sorry, your 3 minutes are up, Mr. Chesney. If you have further questions, please feel free to contact
Well,
Ms.
then I will file a
Wallgren or
complaint
email her or call her by phone.
I'm one of the largest payer of income taxes or property taxes in the city. Okay, I pay in excess of collective $80,000 a year. And I would like these answers. That's okay.
Feel free to call.
Sure, absolutely. Anytime. The only other item I have is, her card is Molly Emery.
Molly Emery, 3201 Fordwood Way. I read in the paper a comment that was made that I had openly campaigned against someone on the board, and I just want that noted that I never openly campaigned against any of you. Thanks.
Thank you. Is there anyone else this evening? Okay. Then, Dr. Jones, can we have the recommendations?
Yep, thank you, Ms. Powers. I do have some personnel recommendations. I wish to recommend the Board of Education approve the certified and classified employee recommendations as presented in Exhibit number 4. And there was an ESL tutor as well as a Title I math tutor. Those are both replacements from last year. Also want to recognize 2 educators who have spent a great deal of time with our children over the last number of years. Steve Kell is retiring as a phys ed teacher at Lakeview, effective October 26, 35 years of service in Stow. And you were all at the opening meeting, and Mr. Call was introduced, and that was a pretty emotional moment. So we appreciate all he has done. And as well, we appreciate Deb Miles, who is retiring as a 4th grade teacher at Echo Hills, effective October 31st, with 25 years of service. And I know it really tore her heart out to try to leave in the middle of the year, but this way everything kind of unfolded, and we've got a transition plan set up for that to make sure that the children have the least disruption as possible. There'll be some overlap with our new teacher. We also have a couple leaves of absence and some certified substitutes. And as you checked out our employment classified movements, all of those were there. So I do wish to recommend that the board approves those personnel recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
It's moved by Mrs. Powers, seconded by Mr. Spangler. Roll call.
Mr. Bonacci?
Aye.
Mrs. Powers?
Aye.
Mr. Spangler?
Aye.
Mrs. Wright?
Aye.
Mr. Armstrong?
Aye. We also have some supplemental contracts I'd like to recommend, some mentor year teachers and some music. These, I think we've got most of them pretty much filled for the rest of the year. There may be a few more that come down if there's a couple that aren't filled. But I do wish to recommend that the Board of Education approve the supplementals as presented in Exhibit number 5.
So moved.
Second.
It's moved by Mrs. Wright, seconded by Mr. Spangler. Roll call.
Mrs. Powers?
Aye.
Mr. Spangler?
Aye.
Mrs. Wright?
Aye.
Mr. Armstrong?
Aye.
Mr. Bonacci?
Item C is interim administrator. I wish to recommend the Board of Education approve the interim administrative contract as presented in Exhibit 6. This is Mr. Damon serving as our interim transportation director. I recommended this to the board at the last meeting, and I made a mistake that I apologize for. I think I sent that to you in the interim. In that interim contract, we had indicated that he would not be receiving benefits, health benefits, throughout September. Common practices, if an administrator or employee's effective resignation date is, say, September 4th, which his was, the health benefits would run through September 30th or the end of the month. It's standard procedure. I mistakenly thought he was going to be on his wife's health care, but was corrected. Thanks, Mrs. Wallgren, for pointing that out to me. I communicated that to all of you, and we want to make that correction. Again, my apologies for that mistake.
And just to be clear, contractually, all the employees have that benefit.
For us, on this with Damon, several people have approached me because it's open-ended.
Right.
And there, the rumors, he's going to be here 2 within a school year. I'd like to get an idea from you, how long you think John Damon will be on this?
Right. Mr. Connolly started today, on his first day. As I've shared with all of you, the plan is to max this out at 5 days. So 5 days would be it. And I also indicated that if Mr. Damon and Mr. Connolly are going to say, hey, we're ready to go and it's Thursday, and then that will be it. And if they call me and say, hey guys, we need a couple more days, that I shared with them, that I would communicate that information to all of you to make sure that everybody was comfortable with another day or two, or whatever that may be. But that's it.
That's good. Just want to clarify that for everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Yes, we need a motion, please, to approve that.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Spangler, seconded by Mr. Bernacci.
Mr. Spangler.
Aye.
Mrs. Wright. Aye. Mr. Armstrong.
Aye.
Mr. Bernacchi.
Aye.
Mrs. Powers.
Aye.
Item D is contract for services, Harbor Education Services LLC for this school year. I wish to recommend that the Board of Education approve the contract with Harbor Education Services to provide special education services in their LEAP program. And it's all being paid for through, where applicable, with the IDEA Part B federal funds. And again, we do have students that require this through their IEP, and this organization is very helpful for our kids.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Powers and seconded by Mr. Spangler. Roll call.
Mrs. Wright.
Aye.
Mr. Armstrong.
Aye.
Mr. Bernacci.
Aye.
Mrs. Powers.
Aye.
Mr. Spangler.
Aye.
Item E is contract for service with Akron Children's Hospital. I do wish to recommend that the Board of Education approve the contract with Akron Children's Hospital for the 2012-13 school year. You may remember we talked about this at our community meeting during the work session, and we talked about their attorney had wanted more specifics in terms of the placement of their personnel. Our attorneys reviewed the contract and they're comfortable with that. So we're asking you to approve that more specific contract so that everyone's happy.
So moved. Second. So moved by Mrs. Wright, seconded by Mrs. Powers. Roll call.
Mr. Armstrong.
Aye.
Mr. Bernacci.
Aye.
Mrs. Powers.
Aye.
Mr. Spangler.
Aye.
Mrs. Wright.
By the way, we are just absolutely thrilled with Akron Children's providing our nursing services. Janet Dix is in charge of all of our buildings, and it's a matter of a phone call from myself or Karen Moore, Marty Savino, and things get handled. They get handled quickly and with a smile. And she's just phenomenal. Her staff's great, and talk about zero complaints. They've been fantastic.
When I was looking at the rates, they looked really reasonable.
Yeah.
What we're getting for the cost.
Yep.
Now, in the STRS pickup, they're paid for that.
Right.
So that's included in that rate. And that's what's amazing. All that's fringe, that rate is fully fringe.
Well, the contract total has the board's portion factored in.
Right,
That's
has
why
it.
it was an increase over the
Right.
former contract.
Right.
But by law, those aren't SCRS employees. And absent the board changing the contract, you would also have to pay the 10% of the employee participation. So
They're paying
this,
their 10%. And
no, they're paying their 10%.
Correct.
Akron Children's
That's
is
exactly
pulling
what I said.
that and then giving it to us. The 14% that they're paying,
they're paying,
they're billing it.
14% is hospitals paying and turning around and paying that to
Billing
us.
us.
Out of their rate, so I said that
Yes.
rate is fully fringed rate. That's exactly what I said.
Yes.
Which is a decent rate.
And it is. And again, absent this revision, the board would have to pay the 10% as well. So fortunately, thank you.
Jeff thinks are still awesome. Anyway, gifts. So we're very fortunate that the community of Stow Munroe Falls provide, families provide all kinds of gifts. So we have 5 gifts that I'd like to recommend that the board accept, and they include Stow Munroe Falls PTSA donating $3,000 to Stow Munroe Falls High School Student Council, and that is going to our new electronic sign that we're planning to have out in front of the school. We're very excited about that. Fairway Tower and Manor donated 7 boxes of miscellaneous office supplies to our school district. Apparently they moved into a new building and inherited all kinds of office supplies that they couldn't use, and we said, yeah, we can take it. Kathleen Knox family donated $20 to Indian Trail to be used for student needs, and I know that the Knox family has some fundraising out there in the community. My understanding is their children go to private schools, but they still wanted to do their part to help our kids who are in need. And we sincerely appreciate that. The Greater Ohio Showmen's Association donated $200 to Highland Elementary, and Mr. and Mrs. Elvin donated 1 Hewlett-Packard Office Jet printer to Stow Munroe Falls High School. So we sincerely appreciate people thinking of us, and we appreciate those donations, and we recommend that the board does accept those gifts.
So moved.
Second.
It's moved by Mrs. Wright, seconded by Mr. Spangler. Roll call.
Mr. Bonacci?
Aye.
Mrs. Powers?
Aye.
Mr. Spangler?
Aye.
Mrs. Wright? Mr. Arnold?
That's all I have, Mrs. Powers.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. Is there any old business this evening? Any new business or liaison reports? Need for an executive session? Okay, hearing none, then I need a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Mr. Spangler and seconded by Mr. Armstrong. Roll call.
Time is 8:03. Thank you. Mrs. Powers?
Aye.
Mr. Spangler?
Aye.
Mrs. Wright? Mr. Arnold? Mr. Bonacci? We are adjourned.